Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the Mozilla Weekly Project meeting. We have a great set of updates coming to you from across a range of Mozilla projects. We open this week with, well, we don't have any nominations for Friends of Mozilla, so I would like to encourage you all to send in or directly edit the wiki with anyone you think who has gone above and beyond the call of duty in the last week and deserves a shout out or other recognition. You can share those nominations with me through Slack, email, or Matrix. I'm Asa or Asa at Mozilla. And you can also, if you have permissions, directly edit the wiki. With that, we move on to our calendar for the week. This week, we've got a couple events coming up. The first is Homebrew Website Club on April 29th. That's this Wednesday. The Homebrew Website Club is a growing worldwide network of online weekly meetups for everyone who wants to take back their web experience from social media silos and own their online identities, content, and interactions. You can see the wiki for information about this week's Homebrew Website Clubs. We're having them in Europe, which is London this week, also the East Coast and West Coast, happening at 1800 BST in Europe, EDT in East Coast, and PDT on West Coast. Again, check the wiki, which has links for more information. And this Thursday, April 20th, we have another installment of the ET Speaker Series with Ghost Work in the Pandemic Times from Mary L. Gray. Mary L. Gray is a senior principal researcher at Microsoft Research and will be presenting at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time this Thursday, broadcast and archived on Air Mozilla for NDA'd Mozillians. The topic, again, is Ghost Work in the Pandemic Times with Mary L. Gray. And we also have listed in the wiki a set of upcoming events and tickets that are for things that are happening later than next week. The DevRel team maintains this list and will keep you up to date about postponements, cancellations, reschedulings, and other changes to these events. If you are interested in getting tickets to one of these sponsored events, there is a link in the wiki where you can reach out for more information. And with that, we move on to the update section of our meeting, where we have Andy Kokendorfer, Streaming Solutions Architect, coming to us with the Weekly Minute. Andy, take it away.
Hello. 3 great updates this week from IT that carry a partnership and streamline theme. First, in partnership with Firefox Media Team, the option to join a meeting from the browser was enabled last week. This option is available on Firefox Nightly and Beta today, with the ability to join calls with computer audio by default. The May release of Firefox 76 will provide our global users the ability to join a Zoom call with audio directly from the browser without the need to download an application. Help our Firefox team improve the performance for Zoom's web client option in time for Firefox 76 release by joining calls from Nightly or Beta and providing feedback. Find us in Slack and check out the page to read more. Second, in collaboration with the People team and the Trust and Security team, a new policy was established to provide guidelines for mindful and respectful recording in our daily communication and collaboration forums while conducting Mozilla's business, such as Zoom, meetings, and other forms of communication. Some key takeaways. Record with care. Carefully consider the need.
This meeting is being recorded.
Inform attendees. Avoid surprises. Review content annually. Delete content when done using. You can get more information by visiting the Mana page. Lastly, in an effort to streamline our services and provide you, our customer, faster response and even more amazing services, the Audio-Video Collaborations team joined forces with the Service Desk team in the Service Desk Slack channel. One channel, more support, faster response. Get help on the Service Desk channel now. That's it for the minute. As always, Mozilla, stay connected and stay safe.
Thank you, Andy, for that update. Exciting change there. Up, we have David Bryant us with the Emerging Technologies update.
Thanks, Asa. Some news from ET from the last week. I wanted to call people's attention to a couple of really popular hacks blog posts that appeared last week. One, Engineering Code Quality in the Firefox Browser, is an in-depth article from Sylvestre and Bastien describing lessons learned in the many years of being focused on tooling for quality in Firefox. And when we're talking about the 21 million lines of code that make up Firefox and all the different programming languages to come together, a lot of insights to share and learn. So an excellent article that I commend to your attention. The second post, A Taste of Web GPU in Firefox, is an article that Dimitri wrote to give us much more information about a new and emerging implementation, a complete ground-up implementation of the Web GPU specification in Firefox, written in Rust, by the way, with the community and Mozilla's help. So I help you understand what's going on in taking better advantage of today's graphics hardware in enhancing the performance and quality of the end user experience. So two good articles, highly recommend that you check both of them out. Our ET Experiences and Design team, and I know Daria has been here before to sort of present and introduce you to the team, works to focus on user-centric approaches to interesting challenges and problems that we see in the world today and where we can make the web more empowering and enabling. And they've recently completed a series of explorations of personal artificial intelligence, a topic we're hearing a lot in the news about today, and on the intersections of privacy and online behavior, both for immersive MR and for protecting children online. You should expect to start seeing some of the results from that team, relatively new team, trickle out, and I wanted to give you a heads up that that's coming and let you know that we'll be talking more about it as more of that information becomes available. And then lastly, next Monday is the 4th of May, which hopefully you all know means it is Star Wars Day. And in the spirit of Star Wars, I wanted to highlight that DLR, the German Air and Space Agency, has started work using our deep speech-to-text recognizer for a project which we've come to loosely call Moon Robots. The idea is that DLR is looking to build speech recognition into some of their platforms and autonomous hardware so that astronauts, whose hands are understandably often full and busy, can use speech as a way of interacting with and controlling some of their sophisticated hardware companions. DLR is going to contribute to deep speech itself, and then they're also working with some of their engineers on integrating into their hardware. So we expect to see more and interesting places where deep speech will be in the world and out of the world. And that's the update from ET. Thanks, Asa.
Thank you, David. Very exciting updates. I'm especially excited about this Moon robot work. I'll be following that closely. Next up, we have Jared Wine coming to us with the weekly Firefox update. Jared?
Thanks, Asa. So Firefox 75 is our latest stable release. Firefox 76 is in the beta channel and makes it out to our stable release audience next week on May 5th. We are in RC week now. Firefox 77 is in the nightly channel and it will arrive for our stable release users on June 2nd. The soft code freeze is this Thursday. If you've got risky changes or want to prep on a new feature, please do so before Thursday. Over the last week, there have been about 440 bugs resolved as fixed, including these notable ones. The Firefox address bar got a lot smarter. It now uses the public suffix list to show search results for lookups with a dot in them that are not actual domains. Putting something like foo.bar in the address bar will now search for the term rather than trying to load it as if it was a web address. Also, entering an email address into the address bar will now perform a search rather than trying to load it as if it was a web login attempt. Finally, entering a data URL with a space and question mark now works as expected, loading it as a data URL rather than a search string. We now have an enterprise policy for PDF handling that allows an enterprise manager to disable PDF.js in favor of a system PDF viewer. There is a new web technology-based Firefox installer. This should be easier to update and maintain than the old native stub installer. Gecko now handles word boundaries properly on Southeast Asian languages without interword spaces. This makes selecting and other text actions easier for Thai, Khmer, Lao, and other languages. Gecko got support for area reflection. This is part of the accessibility object model, which gives web authors the tools to make custom elements accessible. Last but not least, Zool grids were replaced in Firefox and support was removed from Gecko. Links to the various bugs that perform this work are on the wiki and check the project notes for a link to the wiki. Thanks, and back to Asa.
Thank you, Jared. That wraps up our speaker section for today's project meeting. With that, we come to the concluding section of our meeting where we say hello to some new Mozillians. And we've got a welcome this week coming to us from Michael in San Francisco. Michael, would you like to make an introduction?
Absolutely. So, hi, I'm Michael Feldman. I am on the product council team, on the legal team. And just last Monday, we had a new member of our team start, Emily Litka, who is our new privacy and product counsel. And she'll be working on privacy issues, but also some things having to do with VR and marketing and a variety of other sundry things, as is the way of the product legal team. So Emily's also on, so she can wave and say hi as well.
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you all virtually. I'm looking forward to working with you and contributing to Mozilla's mission.
Having slight audio difficulties, but I want to say a warm welcome to Emily. We're all excited to have you on board. I'm going to refresh the agenda to see if anything has come on while we went through the event. It doesn't look like it. So with that, we are all wrapped up for the week. I encourage you all to keep safe, keep your distance, and keep on rocking the free web.